Hey kids, we're going to be singing the Butterfly Song. And if I were a butterfly, I'd thank you, Lord, for giving me wings. And if I were a robin in a tree, I'd thank you, Lord, that I could sing. And if I were a fish in the sea, I'd wiggle my tail and tingle with glee. But I just thank you, Father, for making me me. Because you gave me a heart and you gave me a smile. You gave me Jesus and you made me a child. And I just thank you, Father, for making me me. And if I were an elephant, I thank you, Lord, by raising my tongue. And if I were a kangaroo, you know I'd hop right up to you. And if I were an octopus, I thank you, Lord, for my good looks. But I just thank you, Father, for making me me. Because you gave me a heart and you gave me a smile. You gave me Jesus and you made me a child. And I just thank you, Father, for making me me. And if I were a wiggly worm, I thank you, Lord, that I can swim. And if I were a fuzzy, fuzzy bear, I thank you, Lord, for my fuzzy, fuzzy hair. And if I were a crocodile, I thank you, Lord, for my great smile. But I just thank you, Father, for making me me. Because you gave me a heart and you gave me a smile. You gave me Jesus and you made me a child. And I just thank you, Father, for making me me.
This isn't going on YouTube, is it?
Good morning, church family. I'm Charles.
And I'm Samuel.
Glad you can join us this morning for a Bible story time. This morning we're gonna talk about a story from the first book of the Bible, the Genesis, and it's from chapter 15, God's covenant with Abram. Samuel, do you know what covenant means?
I don't know. What is a covenant?
Covenant is like a promise, like in a very official way. God made a promise with Abram, promising something he will fulfill in the future. So let's find out. This is Abram. Abram is a godly old man with an enormous beard, who trusted God entirely. When God called Abram and his family to leave his hometown and follow him, he did. He traveled for a very long time and finally settled down in Canaan. Now, at that time, even in his very, 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 very old age, I'm kind of exaggerating, he and his wife Sarai had no children of their own. After a while, God called him in a vision.
Abram. Abram.
Huh? What?
Do not be afraid, Abram. I am your shield and your very great reward.
Then God promised Abram something that he had not expected at all. Children. Almighty God, how can you give me children? I'm an old man, and so is my wife. Since I have no children, I will pass on everything I have to one of my servants.
No, your servant will not be your descendant. Sarai will give birth to a child. He will be your descendant. Then God took him outside and told Abram, look up at the sky and count the stars.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. A few moments later.
It was 3 hours later.
9,136,291. 9,136,292. There are just too many to count.
As many stars as there are in the sky, so will your descendants be.
Abram believed in God, despite how impossible it seemed, and God counted Abram as righteous.
Hi boys and girls, we're doing memory verse now, so make sure that you memorize or that you pay attention, and yeah, if you can memorize this, you should see if your parents can give you a prize at the end of this, maybe a toy or candy, or yeah, you should come up with, you should agree on what you're gonna do first before we get through this. All right, so before we go through this, you should pause the video and talk to your parents about what you're gonna get if you can memorize this. Okay, ready? Get ready to pause the video and talk to your parents. Ready? Pause. Okay, now that we're back, and we're just gonna read the memory verse first. The memory verse is, Abraham believed the Lord, and he counted it to him as righteousness. Genesis 15:6. So let's repeat that again. Abraham believed the Lord, and he counted it to him as righteousness. Genesis 15:6. Okay? So let's do some hand motions to help us remember this. First, for Abraham, we're gonna stroke our beards just like Father Abraham. Okay? So Abraham, okay, believed the Lord, and he counted it to him as righteousness. Okay, so let me explain those hand motions. First, there's Abraham, okay, and I really want us to focus on this word, believe. Okay, believe it's more than just sort of knowing something. Okay, when we believe something, we trust in it with our whole body. Okay, our whole person. And so Abraham, he didn't just sort of know who God was or know that God was going to do something. He believed God. Okay, and he lived his whole life, the rest of his life, based on what God was talking about in our story, right? God promised Abraham to give him a nation into the rest of the world. Okay, and so Abraham believed the Lord, and then you can transition your pointing up to counted, and he counted it to him as righteousness. So what's righteousness? Okay, that's the second word I want us to focus on. Righteousness is really being in a right relationship or a good relationship. Alright, so an example might be your relationship with your parents. Because you love them, you care for them, and you want to do things that are going to make them happy. Right? Or your friends and your siblings. You want to do things that make them happy. Right? And you want to have a good relationship. That means that you have a righteous relationship. Right? And so we're going to do this symbol because when you're having fun with your friends, you pose with them and make cool poses in pictures, right? So we're gonna do that. All right. So let's do the whole memory verse together, and we'll do all of the hand motions twice. Okay, we're gonna do this 2 times. So the first time, Abraham believed the Lord, and he counted it to him as righteousness. Genesis 15:6. Alright, let's do that again. Abraham believed the Lord and counted it to him as righteousness. Genesis 15:6. Alright, so you can work on memorizing this memory verse and get that prize from your parents now. Alright, bye. See you next time.
Hey Church family, and Samuel. Today we'll be making origami stars as shown here. These origami stars represent the stars in the sky as God was talking to Abraham. For this activity, you'll need 2 sheets of origami paper or just square paper. Let's get started. Once you have your 2 sheets of paper, take one of them. If it's a colored sheet paper, make sure that the white side is up. Fold it in half. And fold it in half again. Now take the bottom right corner and fold it up. Take the top left corner and fold it down. Make sure it's really creased. Now put that aside and take the other sheet of paper. Like last time, make sure if it's a colored paper, make sure the white side is up. Fold it in half. Fold it in half 2 times again. This time, take the top right corner and fold it down. Take the bottom left corner and fold it up. Make sure it's really creased. Take both of them. Use one of now that it looks like this. And take one of them and fold it either up or down so that it looks like a triangle, like this. Do the same with the other side. Do the same with the other sheet of paper. Now, put these 2 together. Take one of them and flip it over so that it looks like this. Put the other sheet of paper on top, so that it looks like this. Take the corner of the sheet below and fold it up here into this flap. Take the other corner and fold it up again like this. Take the other side and do the same thing. And there you go.
God's promise
my name is Marissa, and today we will be making slime. The ingredients you'll be needing to make this slime is glue, laundry detergent with baking soda, or you could use a tablespoon of borax and mix it with water. And you can also add food coloring if you would like. First, you'll pour some glue into your bowl. Then you can add paint or food dye. Mix it until everything is well combined. Then you can add your borax or laundry detergent. I'm going to be using borax water. Add a little bit at a time and until you see blobs. Keep adding a little bit of borax until it's ready, and when you know it's ready when you can pick it up. Knead it until it comes together, and if it's a little sticky, just add more borax or laundry detergent. If the slime is too hard, you can add glycerin or lotion to soften it. And if it's too hard, or if it's too soft, just add some more laundry detergent or borax. Keep kneading until your slime is ready, and when it's done, you can play with it and stretch it. Bye.
Hey guys, my name is Erica and I am a nurse in New Mexico, and this week I wanted to invite you guys to join me in praying for our Native American brothers and sisters. A couple hours away from where I live, there is a Native American territory or area of land called the Navajo Nation, and right now there are over 1,000 of our Navajo brothers and sisters who have tested positive for the coronavirus, and the number keeps on growing every day. The coronavirus is spreading very quickly throughout the Navajo Nation because they don't have access to the same resources that we have access to. Native American territories are very poor areas, and so they don't have access to clean water, clean running water like we have access to. They don't have a lot of access to electricity or to medicine and healthcare. So there's a lot of obstacles that they face, a lot of challenges that they face in everyday life. And now being affected with the coronavirus, even more so they don't have the resources to fight against the spread, to tend to those who are sick and infected with the virus. So there have been doctors and nurses and other people volunteering their time to go into the Navajo Nation to help treat those who are sick and to help prevent the spread of the coronavirus. But they need our prayers. So let's ask God for safety and health and protection over our Navajo brothers and sisters, and also over those who have volunteered their time and are helping out. But let's also ask God for comfort and peace to those who are sick. Those who are really sick have been flown out of the Navajo Nation to cities and hospitals nearby and far to seek further medical treatment. So those who are really sick are away from their home, they're away from their family, and they're away from their friends, alone in the hospital. So let's pray that God will comfort them and that they will know of God's love and His peace during this time. So thank you guys for joining me in praying for our Navajo brothers and sisters, and I pray that you guys are remaining safe and healthy in your homes with your families, and have a good week.